Hey, John Lee here with a quick little video preview of an article that I am writing on the Nevada medical marijuana business. So, as you're probably aware, the cannabis business is big business, right? I'm sure you've seen ads and articles about billions of dollars pouring into the cannabis business. Well, one of the big places that they poured a lot of money into was here in Nevada, in Las Vegas, where I live. And one of the things I noticed was that the investors are not getting paid back yet. I kind of casually was introduced to an investor through a friend of mine and a client, and he mentioned that he had made a six-figure investment over a year and a half ago when it was still just medical before it went recreational, and he expected to get paid off by now on his investment, and he hasn't even come close. And so that led me to kind of do some investigating, and there was some interesting stuff about the cannabis business in Las Vegas. And as you might know, I do some writing about the cannabis business, especially the kind of marketing and sales aspects of it, because it's an interesting business, right? It's a commodity and it's price driven, but it's also a connoisseur item and a very, very high need item, right? I mean, it's essentially legalized drug dealing. Even though there's no legal addiction to marijuana, there are a ton of people who can't live without their marijuana. So I've been doing a bunch of writing about it, and Vegas is just fascinating, man, because one thing you may not understand is that Vegas has the strictest testing in the entire country. They do microbial testing, which really threw a lot of people off, because what happened was you had a lot of investors from California, Oregon, Arizona who had been doing medical cannabis business in those states and thought they could just pour their money in here, take all the tourism dollars, and it would be a great, easy investment. Except that's not quite how it worked out, because they weren't prepared for the climate, they weren't prepared for the anti-greenhouse laws that are just now being rolled back, and they weren't prepared for the role that geography was going to play in the success of dispensaries. The dispensaries close to the strip are flourishing, the dispensaries further and further out, not so much. So I took a look into this. I talked to a lot of dispensaries, I talked to suppliers, I talked to growers, I talked to soil supplement people, and I talked to people who had invested in here. And it's going to be really, really fascinating. So I'm still working on it, but definitely be sure to take a look out for that. And I'm going to have a series of videos on marketing and sales in the cannabis business in the next little bit for you. So look out for that as well. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe, like, all that fun stuff. Talk to you soon.